This is one of the most dangerous drug cartels in the world. Mexican drug cartels supply cocaine, meth, and other illegal drugs to the United States and other countries. Drug cartels are the leading cause of violence in Mexico. Thousands of people die due to drug cartel-related violence annually. The most dangerous drug cartel of them all is the Sinaloa cartel. The Sinaloa cartel is Mexico's most powerful drug trafficking group. Members from the Sinaloa cartel work with the South American drug lords and their American customers. Using southern states like New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas, Sinaloa cartel members trade drugs from South America to North America. Founder and former leader of the Sinaloa cartel, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, created the drug trafficking group in the late 1980s. While El Chapo was the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, he escaped from a maximum security prison twice and was on Forbes' most wealthy list. In 2019, El Chapo was apprehended by the United States authorities and convicted of money laundering, murder, and drug trafficking. El Chapo is now serving life in prison at ADX Florence Supermax Prison in Colorado, with no chance of escaping. He currently resides in a 7x12 concrete cell. All the furniture in the jail cell is attached to the wall, so there is no way they could be used as weapons. When El Chapo is on good behavior, he is allowed television in his room, which has limited educational and religious stations only. The Supermax prison has cameras, sensors, and remote-controlled steel doors. Armed officers guard the barbed wire fence outside. No one can break out and no one else can get in. Since Guzman's capture, Ismael Zambada Garcia, or El Mayo, is the current leader of the Sinaloa cartel. From New York to Buenos Aires, the Sinaloa cartel's reach has no bounds. Initially from Mexico's Sinaloa state on the northwest Pacific coast, Sinaloa was the primary spot to grow and trade poppy and marijuana, and where El Chapo grew up. It is now believed the cartel operates in 17 Mexican states and 50 countries. Allies of the Sinaloa cartel include what remains of the Tijuana cartel, two groups of Chinese triads, the Sun Yee-on and 14K triad. The Chinese triads provide the Sinaloa cartel with the chemicals they need to create their highly addictive drugs. Currently, the Sinaloa cartel's biggest threat is the Jalisco Cartel New Generation. The JCNG is a splinter group of the Sinaloa cartel that formed in 2010 and has its hands in many of the same illegal activities that the cartel does, stepping in on their territory. As it stands, the JCNG is gaining more power and is neck and neck with the Sinaloa cartel for the title of the most dominant cartel. A drug analyst said in an interview with the Associated Press that law enforcement prefers two large cartels rather than a bunch of splinter groups. Now, they can focus on those two cartels instead of worrying about hundreds of smaller groups causing trouble around the country. Netflix even has an original series called Narcos that explains the origins of the Sinaloa cartel.